I'm the owner of Camberville Dog Treats out of Cambridge. Our treats are made with local fruit and veg from organic and sustainable farms and organic oats. This is our most popular flavor, Harvard Square, made with sweet potato and Teddy's peanut butter. We also have local farm catnip and handmade hemp rope toys. We're at the Winchester Farmers Market once a month, and you can find us on www.cambervilledogtreats.com for our dates. Well, I use local fruit and veg, so they're super fresh. And then I also use organic and sustainable, so there's no chemicals. It's really good for sensitive stomachs, because I don't use any meat or dairy, so they're very gentle. So our flavors are named after Cambridge and Somerville squares. We have Davis Square, Kale Banana, Harvard Square, Sweet Potato Peanut Butter, Porter Square, Apple Pear, and Union Square, Carrot Pumpkin, and our catnip is Central Square.
I'm Debbie Taylor-Smith, and I'm part of the Winchester Artist Network. Most people know me as the former owner of Sassy Sissies here in Winchester. About 4 years ago, I started flame working, which is what I'm sitting in front of. And flame working is done, it's on a torch with oxygen and propane combination. And the beads are done on a mandrel, such as this. It has a slip on it so that the bead won't stick permanently to it. And then you take a glass rod, which comes in dozens of different colors. This happens to be soft glass that I usually use. And you start melting it in the torch. Envision a torch sitting here. And it's a flame about yay long. And then you start melting and turning and twisting, and you ultimately end up with something like this. This has been then decorated with other colors. So then it goes into a kiln and is annealed for about 10 hours so that it doesn't break as soon as you drop it. And I drop things all the time. I got into flame working because I just simply love color, and I've always loved glass objects. I'm playing with fire, I play with water, and I do a lot of hand painting on silk scarves. And we'll get to those in a few minutes. I do several different techniques, including arashi shibori, which is a Japanese technique, and it's done on a long 5-foot pipe. The scarf is then wound around the pipe, and sinew is wound around that, and it's all squished together. It takes a lot of strength in your hands to keep the sinew really tight, and then pushing it together. And then you start dyeing it. And I use several different colors in dyeing. Either I can do a multiple color, which I have a couple of, or single colors. And interestingly enough, even when you use a single color, you can have multiples as it comes out. I also do a salt technique, which I developed on my own, that ends up looking like a flower burst. Probably, I don't know whether you can see it flying over my head, but I've done.
No.
We'll show it. Okay, we'll show it later. The salt technique is manipulating the salt on wet dye so that it bursts into a flower.
Did you do that by accident, or did you see someone do it?
Well, I developed it slowly. Salt is usually used for absorbing dye, and it leaves spots. It's an interesting technique, but I'm using it as a single color on a scarf, and then manipulating the scarf so that it ends up with a center portion and the dye comes running down because of the salt. And I keep adding more dye and more salt until I'm satisfied with it, and then it sits there and dries. All of my scarves are then put into a steamer, and they're steamed for 3 hours. Then they're moved from there, they set for 3 days, and then they get washed in hot water and then cold water so that they're all washable when you get them home. Best thing for washing silk is baby shampoo. Easy, just drop it in the water with a little baby shampoo, rinse it out, hang it to dry. Light iron afterwards. My jewelry, as a result of I started with the scarves because I liked the color as well. The jewelry then became an addition to the scarves because I wanted to complement each piece that I was doing. And having all of the flamework colors available to me, I tend to be a little picky about color, so it was easier that way. I do enjoy the farmers market. It's a phenomenal addition to town, and they've very generously given us, who are part of the Winchester Artist Network, space, and I thank them.
Welcome to Winchester's Farmers Market. It's Flax Mentor's first day here. We're doing a pretty good job. A lot of different vegetables. Even to this day, I'm 18 years old and I don't even know some of them. So we're always growing something different for the markets that we sell here. Okay, so we have garlic, we have mixed lettuce, which is actually our biggest huge seller here. We have baby bok choy, then pea tendrils, spinach, which is actually very large, but you know, they just grow out a lot. And then we have arugula, Swiss chard, cilantro, amaranth, and a kind of new thing that no one really knows about. It is called green mustard. Yeah. We have recipes here with like just piece of paper, sheets. So when they just come ask, then we just give it to them. Or we have, this is a recipe book. So it shows you all our vegetables, what you could do with it. So yeah, come. Actually, so next week we still won't have as much anything different, just because you know we have less water at the garden. There's not a lot of rain, so we couldn't plant as much. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll have squash blossoms, pumpkin vines, and mini zucchini kind of looking cucumbers. They're called mashishi, and you could just bite them off like a regular cucumber. So yeah, in the next few weeks, not next week. I can't guarantee anything. So.